Hello guys, thank you for visiting. If this is your first time here, please consider a subscription to the channel. I'd appreciate that. We're back on the Massey 240 today. What I went ahead and did is I ordered a radiator for it. I'll show you the one that came out in a second. I went ahead and took the old one out, got everything ready to go so I could make this video showing the reinstallation of it. It's just the reverse of taking it back out. It seems like it'd be a little easier, a little quicker this way. Again, that cowl on the front tilts over after you take the bolts out of the back. If yours is equipped with, or I think this could be just something that is on some or not on some, or you have to buy it, put it on. It's a little, what I call a cow catcher. It's like a brush guard that fits on the front. Just has two bolts that run through the chassis that you have to take off to allow that cowl to come all the way down. So what I've done, since I've taken that out, it was spraying rusty water all over everything. I came back here with my pressure sprayer. I kind of hit that. It didn't have to be perfect, but it did kind of look bad. Kind of hard to see if something else would go wrong. So I got that knocked off. So let me go up here. I'm going to show you the old radiator, and I'm going to show you what the problem was with that one. Alright, this is the radiator that came off of the 240. You can see all the rusty water that's all over this thing. But the first thing that started going wrong with this is where the radiator cap catches. You see this piece broke off here. So once that broke off, it kind of caused the radiator cap nut to sit on there right, but it wasn't fatal. It still used the tractor, not a problem. But what has become the big problem now is where this neck is attached to the radiator. That weld or brazen, however they put that on, is broken. So hopefully that's the only place that I had a problem and a leak. It's not going to be any of the hoses or anything. Take a look in here. See how this is the water pump. This is the return hose to the radiator up here, out of the water pump, and then this is the feeds the water pump, and then the water pump has a separate one that comes out here and feeds the engine. And then there's a big water neck back here. All right, so I'm gonna get the new one out of the box. Talk to you a little bit about that one. Alright, here's the new piece that I ordered. This is aftermarket. Show you the part number for that. That's what we got. I called a Massey dealer that I bought this tractor from, or my father-in-law bought this tractor from, originally used, and they told me the Massey replacement was in the 4 digits for that radiator. So no, we're not going to go that route. He told me he had aftermarket. He quoted me a price on that. I think it was $390. And I got this one with that part number on Amazon for $240, I believe. So from over $1,000 to $240, I think I did all right. One thing it did not come with the shroud, so I'm going to have to take that off. Doesn't look like it's going to be too much trouble. It's just going to have some Phillips head bolts to hold that on. I'll get that off and clean it off, and I'll show you how we're going to reinstall this thing. All right, we're back. I got the shroud mounted in those fins that go on the side. The piece here that's part of the one they sent me that had holes pre-drilled for the screws, they all lined up. They were just right, but they were not tapped out the right size, which was kind of annoying. So I had to go back and I had to drill each one of those 1/8 inch to get that to work right. I boogered one up, but I think with all those, I think just leaving one out's not going to be too big of a problem. One other thing, I switched over from the other one. Okay, you have a piece of metal here and a piece of rubber here. This bolt comes off, and then this is the part that actually inserts into the tractor. I'll show you where they go right now. Okay, this is the area where the radiator mounts. And it's just like most cars that you see. The car will have like a rubber grommet here, and then just a pin that will go through, and then it attaches at the top. But this one, it has a bolt that goes all the way through with a washer, a lock washer. So we're going to set the radiator down on those two pins, bolt them from the bottom. And one thing at the top, I'll get around the other side to show you. And it has a bracket here that bolts into the top of the fan shroud. This is for the headlights on the tractor. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drop that down in and go ahead and bolt that up. Now I'm looking at it. This one's a little, I didn't even notice that. I guess it's designed where you can swing the whole radiator out without having to take it off. So if you needed to get to something back there. Like when I did the water pump and I took the whole radiator out. Well, apparently I didn't have to. Okay, let me get that put back in and we'll show where we're at. Alright, here we are back. I got the radiator installed. Again, it's not a lot to it. You got the 2 bolts at the bottom. You have the upper water connection here. The lower water connection here. Then this bracket back here that attaches to the shroud that keeps everything, I guess, tight enough. I've already cranked it up and I've ran it, water in it, and no leaks. Everything seems to be working out pretty good. The hardest part of this job was this fan shroud and these, I don't know what you call these. They're supposed to be a piece of rubber glued to this. I imagine it just keeps it from vibrating against that. But like I said, buying this in the aftermarket, these holes that were actually in this bracket on the radiator were not tapped right, and I had to go back and tap them myself. Kind of cussed a little bit about that, but that's okay. But we're running, looking good now, so we're going to get some mowing done. Okay guys, it's going to be a wrap on the Massey Ferguson 240 radiator replacement. Certainly I appreciate you guys visiting the channel. If you're new, please consider a subscription. That'd be great. If you see anything that I think you might have done better, a little different, that might help the next guy, please be sure to leave a comment for me. Consider a like if it's going to help you out. Yeah, so have a great day.